Hello guys and welcome to Substance Football. My name is Sub, and in this video we'll be comparing the Nike Phantom GX2 to its predecessor, the Nike Phantom GX, to see whether the GX2 is an upgrade on the GX1. Now I have in-depth reviews on both these boots on my channel, so be sure to check those out before you watch this video and then come right back. I'd also like to preface that anything I say in this video are based on my own opinions, my own preferences, and the shape of my own feet. So if you have different shaped feet to mine, which you most likely do, maybe results may vary. I'm just trying to point out the fact what I say in this video is not necessarily gospel, and you should take what I say with a pinch of salt. Hopefully my overview of these boots is just helpful to you in general. So the way I'm going to compare these boots is based on my kind of usual kind of parameters when I do my performance review. So the things I'm going to be focusing on are fit, comfort, the outsole performance, and then the touch on the ball. Now the feel of each boot is different. Both of these boots are made of a mixture of grip knit and fly knit. Grip knit is Nike's technology, which has like grip elements woven into the material of the boot. It also has like the ACC element of it woven into the boot as well, which is why you don't see the ACC branding on the boot anymore. And I know a lot of people actually upset with the fact that elite boots don't have ACC on them anymore because they can't show off that they're elite. First of all, get over it, and it's quite superficial and shallow if you think that way. But anyway, back to the GXs. Now with the GX1, you have the grip knit kind of like, I want to say, overlay on top of a fly knit collar and tongue area. Whereas with the GX2 is pretty much a one-piece upper, and then you have like the grip knit fused to the fly knit kind of in the tongue area and the slight collar around here as well. Now the biggest difference between these boots in terms of fit is how they fit across the midfoot and the forefoot. The GX2 seems to have a lot more volume in the kind of forefoot compared to the GX1. As you can see, if I kind of put these boots next to each other, you can kind of see that this one is slightly a bit more, larger in volume compared to the GX, so hopefully you can see it. In general, the GX1 kind of just like wraps around your foot a bit more snugly, and unfortunately, because of the kind of maybe Nike going for a boot that is more accommodating to wide feet and having more volume in the forefoot area, I do lose out in a bit of lockdown, and I feel a bit of like foot slippage while wearing these boots. However, it wasn't anything crazy, and grip socks did solve that issue very quickly. But for the most part, lockdown in the heel is pretty much the exact same, very padded, very comfortable, and like, yeah, no differences in terms of lockdown in the heel area. Just in the midfoot and the forefoot is where you feel like that difference. So based on what I've just said, I think in terms of fit, I would say the GX2 is a bit of a downgrade compared to the fit of the GX1, but that's just based on my own feet. Our comfort was a big strength of the GX1, and that's been carried over to the GX2. Both boots are very comfortable throughout, especially in the heel area, like I mentioned before. There's a lot of padding in this area, keeping your feet very locked in, and you both have like the low profile heel cups, making the heel like very soft and flexible, so your chances of getting blisters in this is very, very low. And on top of that, both boots pretty much require 0 to no break-in time. You could buy these from the shop, go straight to your game, get them out of the box, and then just wear them into a game and you'll be perfectly fine, perfectly comfortable. But in terms of comfort, I would say that the GX2 just edges it. I think that's because of like the larger volume in the toe box area. It makes it a bit more roomier, it makes it a bit more comfier, even though they're both very comfortable boots. Like there's not much in terms of comfort between the two, but I say just because of like the more space or more kind of room inside the GX2, it's not to the extent where my feet are like folding or whatever, but like the extra bit of room makes them a tad bit more comfortable. So overall, I would say the GX2 is an improvement in terms of comfort, but not by much. Now when it comes to the outsole, it's pretty much a stalemate. It's pretty much not me talking about the outsole because it's pretty much the exact same outsole. So this is the AG outsole on the GX2, and this is the FG one that was used on the GX1. But this was the exact same outsole that was used on the AG version of this. So, comparing them is not really fair. Unfortunately, this outsole didn't get carried onto the GX2 in terms of the firm ground. You have the 360 Cyclone, which is on the Luna on the FG version of these. But yeah, in terms of the outsole, pretty much stalemate here. And when it comes to the touch on the ball, there are subtle differences, but there is a winner here. Like I said earlier, the GX1 introduced grip knit to the world with a minimalistic kind of grip element woven into the material of the boots, and for the most part, it's quite a thin upper. You get a very kind of more barefoot feeling on the ball rather than a cushioned one. It's quite responsive, but yeah, overall in terms of like striking, passing, shooting, like these boots feel very good for the most part. Now the GX2, Again, it has grip knit like I said before, but it has this kind of like waxy kind of layer on top of the grip knit, as well as these kind of 3D micro molded ridges, I want to call them, or fins, I'm not sure what the correct word is, which kind of protrude from the boot, which help you get a little bit more kind of traction on the ball. This, as well as the fact that the upper on the GX2 is somehow thinner than on the GX1. Overall, like I said, there's subtle differences. I feel like on the GX2, the touch on the ball is just a bit more responsive, and you can really, I think maybe it's just to do with like the kind of texturing on top of the ball. Like you almost feel like you get somewhat of a cleaner contact with the ball when you strike it, pass or control. And for that reason, I would say the touch on the ball is a upgrade on the GX2. Now overall, I would say that the GX2 is a upgrade on the previous model, but I wouldn't say it's by much, and it's more like a preferencing rather than like a clear out and out winner here. So if you're someone who has wide feet, go for the GX2, go for the upgrade. If you're someone who prefers like that more snug fit, maybe you stick with the GX1 if you can. But for me, I think what kind of edges it, but not by much, is just like that contact on the ball. It just feels a lot more responsive in the GX2. It has the elements of the Luna, which I liked the most in terms of like the kind of micro molded ridges to get that extra kind of contact on the ball. So yeah, for me, it overall is an upgrade. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you believe the GX2 is an upgrade? Do you think it's a downgrade on the previous generation of the GX? And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you enjoy videos around football boots or football apparel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That's pretty much what I do really. Follow me on all my socials. My name is Sal. This is South Football. Thank you for watching. See you next time.